right? So we were a day and a half less than that from the trade deadline, and the Yankees have done absolutely nothing. So no moves at all. I mean, it took them I don't know how long to decide whether they were going to be buyers and sellers, and I don't know if that's how cash or a combination of them. I was listening to the Pinstripe Chronicles, and the guys this morning were even suggesting when I'm suggesting that Cashman's could be misreading the market, and that's a good point. It's a valid point. My question goes even further: is it Cashman and Hal misreading the market, or is it just be a plain old greed by Hal? He suggested recently that they don't want to, or that somebody suggested they don't want to exceed the Cohen luxury tax threshold. They get the penalties, but they also just got $25 million in free money from Star Insurance to wear a patch on their freaking jerseys. I want to see Hal wear that on his suit jacket or his shirt and tie. Wear that around for that same 8-year period that the Yankees haven't wear it on their jerseys. Okay, because you're the one that's going to be benefiting from it. Okay, and again, looking at all the guys that have been moved so far, it's only a handful of them, but not even a handful that I actually wanted here that I thought would be beneficial. So I'm going to leave it until the deadline is over to make my full judgment or decision on or formulate an opinion on what they do and what they don't do. But the fact is, they need players. They keep saying recently too that they want to upgrade a catcher, third base, left field. Well, you have an opportunity to do that, guys. You do, and you have a trade here. That's you have the Marlins who really want to get Gleyber Torres, which can save you some money off the payroll. Okay, which would make it maybe easier for you to conduct a trade or two. So, and again, we're going to lose offense. Well, depending on what you get in return. What if you got Jeremy Candelario and Lane Thomas? You got your left field and your third base solved right there. Both of them combined are cheaper than Gleyber Torres. Okay, and they fill 2 spots instead of 1. And Lane Thomas has more control after this year, unlike Candelario. So that's one way you can do it. And again, whatever they acquire in return for Gleyber Torres, and I know Brian Cashman's asking for 2 pitchers and 2 prospects. I would forget about the 2 prospects. If you have a chance to get those 2 pitchers for Gleyber Torres, you get those 2 pitchers for Gleyber Torres. And I've said this, and it's obvious as of last night. The Yankees still need pitching. After Cole, there are big ass question mark. So I would be all over those guys. I would even add somebody like Oswald Peraza to it. But there's so much mixed messaging going on out there with the Yankee people. We want Juan Soto, but Jason Dominguez and Everson Pereira are off the market. Well, they're untouchables. Well, there's no way you're going to get Soto without giving up one of them. Why would the Padres ever do that? So Soto is way better than either one of them. So if you want to win now, Soto's on the cheap during arbitration, and he is next year too. And then you can give him a big deal after that. There's $70 million coming off the books after the season's over. So, the frustration level is high across all the fans. I get it on my live streams. I get it in the comments. We all do, and it's justifiable. Okay, but that said, I'm really curious to see what these guys are going to do, and they deserve to be called out for inactivity when they say they're going to have activity. There are guys that could have been had already, and other teams are making moves and being proactive, and the Yankees are not. So the Yankees should be called out on that. Should be, and and I can't really blame people for calling them out. And again, and there's only so much Aaron Boone can control this stuff. Does he make? I mean, I couldn't stand his post game interview yesterday. They played well. They made him work hard. You guys struck out 18 times. You didn't make him work hard. They made you strike out easy. Just be honest. Say this. That sucks. Our team's playing like crap right now. We struck out 18 times. That's unacceptable. Just admit it. It's obvious. Okay? And again, you already know I'm not in the business of trashing people and bashing people every single day. Okay? Unless you're going to do it to their face, don't waste your time. It's got no value. It has no impact. So, but the fact is, there are moves that the Yankees could still make. And they have to make for upgrades. They haven't called up Chaparro. He could be replacing Anthony Rizzo if you want to be a little bit more pop at first base. Third baseman, Candelario would probably be better than what we had. Okay? Lane Thomas would be better than what we had. So, unless you're going to go after Soto and maybe even use one of those pitchers you might be acquiring from the Marlins to pad the package, what are you guys going to be doing? What are you going to be doing? Is the big question. We want to know. Fans want to know. Please make a move. Please make a move. Okay? You have a lot of fans with their hair on fire ready to jump off jump off a bridge because of the stress levels that you folks put us through, because you won't answer questions. You leave the dirty work to Boone, who's not good at doing the dirty work for you. So what are you doing here? It's like a big mess. We need you to clean it up. And look, we're looking at you, Hal, because you're the one that has to take part, has to lead the cleaning up operation. Okay, whether it be looking at analytics, moving on from, if you're going to fire somebody, it's got to be Cashman and not Boone. Okay, that's just it. But who are you going to replace him with is the question. That's going to do what you want done. So that's the other thing that remains to be seen. Okay, it's does a manager come in and does what Cashman and you need? Does a GM come in and do what you want? This is one reason, in my opinion, and a lot of fans' opinion, that Cashman and Boone are still here, because they do what you want. Okay, and you're making it painfully obvious that you're prioritizing money over winning. How about winning more? You'll make more money that way. It's more profitable when you win more. You win championships in New York. There's nothing more profitable than winning championships in New York. Going deep into the playoffs. We already know this. You make $50 to $100 million. You get a wild card, $100 million. You get into a round. It becomes more lucrative every round you go into the playoffs. Every deeper round or next round. So what are you guys doing? We need you to make moves. We need to know that you guys care about winning. Okay? It doesn't matter if they're in last place and have five games over 100, five games over 500. Yes, it's a testament to the strength of the American League. Yes, we know that. But it's also a testament to you're not doing enough. And I understand you've already come to the conclusion that you believe that you can't, shouldn't have to win a championship with a 290 million, 300. We get that. The other teams have done it. I get that. But this is also New York. Prices are higher here. People ask for more from here. Taxes are higher here. You're going to pay more. Period. So, please, put your big boy pants on. You got 36 hours. Do right by the team. Do right by the fans. Do right by Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole, the two superstars here. The two co-captains in my view. Do right by them. Build around them. Please. Move on from Severino. Trade him. Don't push him. Don't put him in the bullpen. What the hell's the point of that? Trade him. Get something back for him. You'll at the very least get some salary relief, as well as you would from Gleyber Torres. You can replace Torres' offense. So do some things here. There are things that can be done. But you guys are also the reason why the options are dwindling, because you're waiting way too long, while other teams like the Angels and the Rangers are being proactive. The Blue Jays, teams that we're going to have to face in the playoffs if we ever make it. They're going to be more ready for these battles, and we're not going to be. What is going to be your response? Please get to it.